Well, good morning, folks, and welcome back to the farm. Well, we're not at our farm. We're actually at the in-laws farm. It's 5:30 in the morning. We're just about to get started on butchering day. Well, I said just about started. I shit the bed and got up early. Everybody else slept in is what I'm going to go with. But I can't show butchering day because that's the quickest way to get canceled on YouTube. But I just thought I'd show you the setup. So over there in the darkness, in the abyss, we've got where the kill cones are set up along the fence. The chickens, as you know, are in the stock trailer. The mother-in-law's chicken house is just beyond there in the dark. So then first things first, we've got twin scalding pots. We've got a horizontal drum chicken plucker. And then a rotary drum chicken plucker. Then we come over here and we've got the table set up for processing. Coolers, of course, assortment of buckets and for body parts and whatnot, and then finally the drums for cooling and cleaning. And then once everything's in the drums for cooling and cleaning, this all gets cleaned up and then becomes a packaging station essentially, so that everything gets wrapped up in Ziploc or freezer bags or whatever the girls are going to wrap everything up with, and then into the coolers. And they stay in the coolers on ice overnight, and then we'll put them all in the freezer tomorrow morning. So wish us luck. It's just after lunchtime here now. We started, I think the first bird we cut was about 8 o'clock, and we got done just before lunch. Went in the house, had a sandwich or two. Yeah, we didn't go for chicken wings by any means, but anyways, I'm just coming out to switch out the water in these drums. So we do that 2 or 3 times, keep everything cool, keep everything clean, and then we'll get to packaging here right away. Now, in terms of the experiment with the rotary plucker versus the horizontal plucker, I would say hands down the rotary drum plucker was way better. The only thing that was kind of interesting, when you get those birds that are about 6 to 7 pounds, they're just kind of in the middle. They're not about 8 pounds, they're not quite 5 pounds. They're like, I don't really know if I want to dance in here, and do I really want to have 2 chickens? And so quite often what happens is they just get hung up, or they just lay flat inside the drum and it just spins around, and they don't actually get on all sides. So they just required a little bit of manual assistance to get those birds plucked. We also did 3 turkeys today, and of course that big rotary drum is not, it's just not meant for that, right? So we had to use the horizontal one for that, and even that struggled with the birds they're so heavy, right? So those the motor kind of is like it's really trying anyways. But yeah, 110 chickens and 3 big turkeys got done today. So that's pretty successful. Scalding side, that's what, we had 2 pots. So one was just basically a turkey fryer, and then another one is a custom pot that my in-laws had made. It's a little bit bigger than a turkey fryer. And we had some issues with temperature off the get-go, getting the water temperature right. It was a little too cold and it was a little bit too hot. And then finally we found the thermometer. And so 70 degrees Celsius is pretty much optimum for scalding chicken, so that you don't accidentally make chicken soup, and also you're not too cold and the feathers don't come out. And then there you are, hand plucking and pulling and tugging like you're trying to rip the carpet out of the floor. But now I'm just flooding this drum here. I just shoved the hose in, and I'm just floating up from the bottom, and then any kind of, scraggly bits, floaty bits, anything like that, they overflow and they'll just drain out of the drum. Find if you just pour it in from the top, quite often that stuff just agitates and circulates, and you don't really get a lot of that gunky stuff out of there. When I say gunky stuff, you can see this is the other drum. This is the stuff I'm talking about, right? So if you're just pouring it in from the top, this is going to agitate. And you want to get your hose as low as you possibly can in the barrel, and then just allow that stuff to, because that's what this barrel looked like just not even 2 minutes ago. So you can see the pieces start to float up, and then they all spill over. Well, we just got finished processing all the birds, got them all into the coolers. There's 9 coolers full of birds and into the trucks. And I swear, like 5 minutes, not even, maybe like a couple minutes after the last clip there, the skies just opened up. Thank goodness for the awning from the camper here, because it's just like bucketing down rain the entire time. The good thing about that is, you know, because it's later in the year, it's a little bit cooler. It's been getting warm in the mornings, or sort of like late morning. The flies kind of come out. So this rain actually helped kind of keep everything sanitary, really, right? That's what it did. But anyways, glad that that little project is over. That's essentially a 12-week investment, but that's 26 weeks worth of chicken for us, right? We have a chicken every couple weeks. Well, we made it home from Rio Grande. Got our coolers all loaded up. They're going to stay in there. Chicken's going to stay in there overnight. Sometime tomorrow we'll get them into the freezer. They got to cool properly. And yeah, you know what? We're actually thinking we were going to stay overnight in the cabin, but with the rain and everything cooling down, and actually the fog's all kind of rolled in here now, the weather just kind of went sideways. Not really cabin weather. I guess Mother Nature decided that you can only have one sleepover in 24 hours. So anyways, they're going to feed the puppies here, and yeah, I'm just almost chilled right to the bone. So I think I'm going to head inside, fix up a cup of tea, maybe run myself a hot bubble bath. So I'll let you go for now. Hope you have a fantastic evening. We'll see you tomorrow.